Alright, I'm recording. Let's see, where am I? Oh, hey guys! This is Castle, and welcome to my double shot tutorial with the bow. Today we're going to go over how to double shoot with the bow, that awesome nifty little glitch that you probably see happening in quest mode all the time. I'm going to go over some of the little specifics on first how to do it, and then we'll talk about like how to use it in the quest, and talk about future use and the possibility of it getting axed forever. Alright, but first, we're going to go up to the stage here, and then we'll start. Oh, by the way, where are you? This is Ligzer, and this is Skywhite. They're going to be helping me on this tutorial video, so make sure to give them a shout out. Oh, no, wait, I'm giving them the shout out. Make sure to give them a applause at the end, even though you can't do that. Okay, moving on. Alright, where are you? Okay, so first of all, Ligzer's in the camera, so get out of the way. Alright, so first of all, the whole premise behind doing the double shot is that you're essentially grabbing the bow, pulling it back, and then releasing, instead of one arrow, you're releasing 2 arrows. Now the whole idea behind that is, as you pull back, you're double clicking again as you pull back. And as you do that, the bow is going to glitch out, and instead of releasing just 1 arrow, it's going to release 2. Kind of like that. Alright? Now, the trick behind this is you have to pull back with a certain amount of speed. So if you're too slow, you can't double click because you lose the string right here before you can grab it again. So you have to double click quickly as you pull back. Alright? So that's essentially how you do it. It's like, I'm going to do it at about this speed right here. So if you can master this, you can get the double shot. Alright? Now, when you first start off on the double shot, you might end up doing something like this. See? Like that. Now you notice when I do that double shot, one of the arrows is going very slowly, and the other arrow is going far. And like something like that. And the reason that's happening is because you are not clicking late enough. You're clicking way too soon. You're clicking probably around here. So to avoid that, you got to learn to double click and find that sweet spot to where you don't lose the string, and yet are still able to pull back before it gets to that point. Why is this important? Well, if you click like this and your first arrow is gimpy like that, first of all, it's not going to be as accurate. Secondly, that first arrow that you fired, the one that's gimpy, is not going to actually do full damage. And that's the thing about Quest. Both arrows have to be at full velocity for it to do damage. So pretty much what you want to do is you want to try to pull back as far as you can before you do the double shot, so that both arrows can fly with maximum velocity and power and speed. Alright? Second thing. Notice that sometimes if you do manage to get both arrows to the maximum velocity, you'll see the arrows going off in very different directions here. See? And the reason that's happening is as you're pulling back, when you release your first arrow, the place that you release it is actually different than the place you release your second arrow. So it's going to kind of go off in different directions. To make both arrows kind of fly in the same direction, you want to first of all try to release these both in the same kind of anchor point, like around here, to keep them together, and you want to pull back as far as you can. Alright? Now if you get really good, obviously you can learn to shoot in different directions and hit both targets, but that's kind of an advanced technique. So, any questions?
Something to remember is that it took me a really long time to get it. The only way I could actually get it was doing it in Quest over and over and over. And that's how I found my sweet spot. When Castle was trying to teach me in here, I couldn't get it and I'd get frustrated. But as soon as I went and did it in a quest, when my adrenaline's going and I'm trying to do really good, that's when I finally got it. So don't get frustrated if you don't get it right away like I didn't. Just take your time and keep doing it, and eventually, over time, you'll be able to do it.
Yeah. Pretty much you just have to practice. When I first learned it, it took me at least 2 days to kind of get it to that sweet spot, and it's taken me ever since.
It took me like a week.
Yeah, and it's taken me ever since just to get it accurate enough to where I can actually use it a lot. Another point. The double shot I know works for Oculus and it works for Vive. I'm not sure about PSVR. A couple of people have claimed that they've been able to do it. It might be slightly different because of, I don't know, scripting or game coding or whatnot. If someone can prove me otherwise, you can post down on the Reddit post later. And another thing, since it is technically a glitch, I don't know if it's going to be around much longer, if the developers are going to patch it out. So if you're a developer, don't listen to this part. But I'm going to enjoy it for as long as I can. I know that I've used it on a bunch of speedruns. I know that a lot of the major speedruns that have been documented and recorded have used the double shot. So hopefully they'll keep it around. So yeah, that's really all I have. I'll type it out in like text form and everything so you can see it below as well. But for now, we're just gonna spam a bunch of double shots for fun. You ready, guys? Alright, let's go. See you later.
Bye.
Oh wait, I gotta turn off the camera first.